See, this guy's already trying to lift himself up. Not quite as big. His eyes are still closed. He's listening good, because his ears are going up with my voice. So he hears very, very well. He's got quite a bit of white under his chin, down the throat, right down the belly. And we lift him up. There we go. Quite a bit more white on the back toes than the others. And what's on the underside there, but guy. Oh, stay on the towel, okay? He's getting his body lifted up. See, he's not quite as heavy as the other guy. He's having more luck getting his body off the ground. Oh, let's not fall off the table. Let's move back. There we go. That's good exercise, isn't it? Oh, there's a little tiny slit of an eye over here. The second one is not open. The left one is slightly open. The right one is still sealed. And it's a little bit hard, all that little tiny slit. Very bright in there, isn't it, at first? Yeah. Go. Don't need to fall over you. Lie down. Lie down. Thank you. So your ears are back? Because he's unhappy with me. Oh, he's lifting his head up really well. Yep. Stay on the counter. Can you feel my hand over here? Can you sense my hand over here? Go to my hand. Don't be all going off the side. Okay, good boy. So this is orange. I thought it was the orange that was giving me the trouble. Apparently it was the yellow from the flash of my pictures. Although it's duller now, so it may have been okay, but I switched the yellow out for blue, and hopefully that'll work. But the orange, we can see, has the two white, predominant white toes on the back. Where are you going, guy? There's the edge here. Can you back up? Okay, can you go different direction? Can you go different direction? Are you singing a song for us? Yeah, are you singing a song for us? Yeah? Are you singing a song for us? Just stay. Just stay. Where's the edge, guy? Good turn. Alright, at the edge. Can you turn and go the other way, please? You're awful close. Move over there. There you go. roll over. Got my hand there. I hear you, Titty. I'm coming, hon. As soon as we're done with puppies, then I'll give you a bit of cuddle before she loads this on the YouTube. Kind of walked out now. Did you wear yourself out? See, that's the thing at this age. They do just a few minutes and then they sleep. And then they do a few minutes and then they sleep. And then as they grow, they do more intense play. And training has to be limited to maybe 5 minutes the first couple weeks, 5-minute stretches. And then after that, as they keep growing, you can add a few minutes each week. But you should never go really more than half an hour or so with a puppy at all. And even with an adult dog, if you're working intensely, an hour is a lot of work for them. So you have to remember that not only are they doing the running and jumping, but they're also keenly acute sensory-wise and paying attention to all the cues that you put out with your body and understanding the words, the intonation, your body posture. All those different things are making a reaction to them. If you watch some videos about how they train seeing eye dogs, it gives you a good representation of really what these dogs do when they're in training, because they talk about that the things that the dog is all paying attention to. And so when they're working, they work quite intensely. I always wondered why they retire them by about 8 years of age, and it's basically because their brain has been working so hard monitoring your safety, the distance between you and that object, what's going on around, where you're wanting to go, the feeling of what it is the person is asking for that's being guided, all the sensory stuff going on around them, especially like a seeing eye dog in the city. There's a lot of sensory stuff happening all the time, the sights, the smells, the noise, as well as the dog having to take in so much of their surroundings and figuring it out. And for these dogs, when you're working with the Border Collies, and even when you're just doing like the agility type stuff or the herding, which I know more about that way, there's a lot that they have to take in. They're figuring out what the sheep are doing, they're reading the sheep, they're reading you, they're reading the land, the lay of the land, how things go, how that's going to affect the flow of the movement of the sheep. So there's an awful lot that's going through their brain at the same time that they have to process. So it's a lot more than we think about, and a lot more than a dog that's just catching a ball or chasing a stick, playing with a frisbee, that kind of stuff. There's a lot more going on in their brain all the time. So you have to remember that they have a lot of stimulus happening at the same time for a very young animal. And for a puppy, 5 minutes is a really, really long time. And you always want to end every training session on a high note. So stop when something works. When you've got something and it's worked and things have gone well, that's when you stop. Don't keep trying to do a little bit more. Stop when it's really a happy note. You're enthusiastic. The dog is happy. They know and really are feeling that they have done a job well. That's where you want to stop everything that you're doing and end your training session for that time. And then you'll have a dog that's happy and well adjusted and ready to come back next time to do the job for you. With Border Collies, they are not treat oriented, and my lines are very much not treat oriented. In fact, I give BJ a bone, like a little milk bone in the car, and I find them buried underneath the rug in the back. So you know that they're not treat oriented, because that's her treat for having to wait in the car for me when I go into the store or something like that. Ruby's is gone in 2 seconds. Ruby is the little spaniel. Hers are gone now. But BJ's are hidden in the back. So there's a difference between the types of breeds and how they respond. So the poodles will be pretty much the same way. They're also very different than the spaniels in their attitudes. Much more actually like the Border Collies. But as I'm not really good at training poodles, I have no experience whatsoever with training poodles. I will have to leave that up to the experts in how they learn and what's best for them. With the MBD, I think you'll see my dogs do put a real mark, like Skeet puts a real stamp on his pups. People walking their dogs in Winnipeg have run across each other, and instantly on the street they can identify another pup that comes from Skeet and Nell. Even ones that are both Skeet pups but not Nell pups. People have been able to identify them, and they really stand out. Skeet really does leave his mark on his pups. They have, not that they have all the same coloring, they won't even necessarily have the same build, but it's just something about them. You know by their bearing and their stance and their attitude that they are a Skeet pup. They're quite a proud dog, and very, very personality-wise. They have a lot of personality. I don't know how to explain that, but yeah, people who have a dog from us easily pick out other dogs. I've actually had people try to track down people who they've seen in the park or walking with our dogs, try to track them down to order a dog from the same breeder. I found that quite funny actually when the fellow told me. He kept stalking the dog playground to try to catch the fellow that he saw that had a dog from me. Now they didn't know it was from me. That was the issue. He saw the dog at several times around town, and he knew he wanted to talk to him about a dog from that line. So he ended up buying a pup from me right away once he found me. But yeah, it was kind of cute. So anyway, I think that's probably it for tonight. I'm going to take a couple more stills, and then I'm going to try to get these loaded up tonight. So there we are. That's the fourth puppy. So this is the last male. This is Orange. So he's going to sleep now. He's got the dominant white on his feet, really white at the back, really white feet. What's he got on the other side? Same thing on the other side. Okay? Yeah, same thing on the other side. So, and nothing on the, oh no, he's got the little heels on the front too. Okay, guy. Okay. Okay. There we go. There you go. Yeah. Nice little chin markings there. And down the chest. There we go. There you are. Oh, there you are. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, you're fine. There you on him, and he is so soft. They are just so soft. Anyway, I think that's the limit of my time that I'm allowed to load on YouTube, so we'll say goodnight, and hope everybody has a good week.